Hey guys, AntCap24 coming back with you with another video, part 3 of the pistol wide trips. Today we're going to be looking at the running back going from the right, the tight end going from the right to left on a motion in order to set up the run and pass. What I want to do is show you first off the strong power play. When we move him from right to left, you still got the crack back by the slot receiver, but it's a much better run if we flip the strong power. We have to do that before the motion. So let me go ahead and show it to you to the right, just to keep them off balance. You can definitely run this play up the middle and get some yardage here. It's not going to be the more of the home run threat, but if you can follow your blocks correctly, you can definitely get 5 yards on average here. It does get a little congested sometimes where it doesn't get all the yardage. This is one of those type of keep them honest plays. But what I like to do is flip it first, move it to the left, and I'm going to kind of go over why I like it like this way. And let's just run it here, and now we're going to be able to get it across. Now the reason why I like it this way, if you look at the guy on the outside left right now, he's a DB. When I move this tight end over, he's going to scoot in. I'm not talking the guy above Julio Jones. I'm talking the guy just to the right of him as far as from left to right. When I move him over, watch him scoot in. See how he scoots in? That kind of gives us a little bit of an ability to I want to run this play just to get cleared out. A little bit of ability to kind of get more to the outside, in my opinion, on some of these runs. A lot of times I can make this into a glorified stretch play to where I can get to the outside and not have to cut it in, because he gets inside. If we get a seal off block, sometimes we can be able to get the ball straight to the outside and around the corner. So let's see if I can show you that type of a run. And by getting this tight end over, sometimes you have that ability to do that right away. So see, that time that defensive end has a real good job on my tackle about sealing it off. But when I go against some other teams, I do have that ability a lot, because that guy gets snuck in like that to get to the outside. So we're going to run it the way the blocks show, and we're just going to go ahead and run the strong power the way it needs to go. And if I can get that in, great. All right. So that's the strong power. Now let's go with the halfback counter. I only like to run this one way, and that is to the left side. If I try to flip it at the line of scrimmage, I just don't have a whole lot of success with it. So I'm going to stick with what works. Don't even bother trying to keep them too honest with it. But we'll show this here. So here we go. Move this guy from right to left, and see how that guy goes inside. Now let's go ahead, run this here, and you've got yourself a nice home run type threat if you can make some moves and get in. Alright, show it one more time for you. The guy doesn't always move depending on what defense there is, but a lot of times if they don't base the line, that guy's going to go on top of that guy. And to me, it just makes it a little bit easier to run this to the fact that he kind of gets sucked into the crowd. Now, the halfback dive is a decent play, don't get me wrong. You can still get some inside yards, but I like the halfback slam a little bit better out of this, and I'll show you why. Alright, so let's do the same exact thing, and it's really going to basically because of that one guy gets sucked in. Now when we move him left to right, when this guy gets sucked in, now I kind of have a 4-on-4 situation to the left. Do you see that? The center on that one defensive tackle. If I can get my tight end to get to the D end, and those two guard and tackles to get to those linebacker positions, I can have a nice play here. So what I try to do is I try to kick this to the outside as soon as I can and get around there. I don't like the whole stop thing. That means I was pressing my thing. But if you can kind of take a step forward and kind of just make it look go to the outside, you can get a lot of success on this. When that guy goes inside, you can kind of go a roundabout way, and it's really a one-on-one with that free safety. A lot of times I think this is a free 5 to 10 yards, because if I can get around that, nobody can touch it except for that free safety, and that free safety's got to run from that position. You end up getting a lot of those yards. So like basically on this type of play, he can't get to him until the 10-yard mark. So that's why I like the slam better than I like the dive, because it goes to the left already. And with that guy inching in a little bit, you're going to be able to kind of manipulate that, and then if you get around there, get yourself 10 to 12 yards. So that's why I like the slam play. And that's going to be the runs we're going to look at today. We're not going to go over a whole lot of passes. We got about 6 of them on this, but definitely want to show you something to be able to keep them off balance. The first play is going to be the PA center waggle. Not center waggle, it's a counter waggle. And let's do the same thing here. What we do here is make sure we move this guy over, put the RB on a fade. What I do is basically put this guy the A on a zig, move him over. It doesn't really matter what you do. This guy is just a decoy. But what you want to do here, I know I kind of messed that up there, but basically we're going to still do that comeback fade route, but the way it works nicely is that by putting the RB on the fade, the A on any route you want. I put a zig because I feel like a zig makes the guy look a little bit more. But with this, after the motion on the counter, the play action on the counter, it's going to lead you right to throwing that ball to the B receiver. So look, right there, he's right there, and he's already in a motion to throw that ball. So that's why I like that play. Also is going to work out PA comebacks. Basically, let's go ahead and look at that play. Let's pick it here. Alright, here's PA comebacks. And on this play, what we want to do is we want to get to the crossing route, the Douglas, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the A on a streak and move him to the left, and then put the X on a slant. What you're going to notice is that guy who's on top of Jones right now is going to jump the A route because there's nobody in his zone, and that RB takes just enough time to wait, so it's going to kind of get cleared out for you. So watch that guy jump the A route here. Like it there. See how he jumped that route? And it's going to leave that guy there. It looks like the whole time the guy's going to stay there, but he does do the jump route, and that's what makes this work, is the fact that he does jump that A route and gets that ability to get the RB right there. See, that time he didn't. It was a bad pass. And I think what happened was I hiked it before the guy settled, and you don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and put that guy here, and I was just going through it really quickly. Let him settle. Now do the same thing, and you should be fine. On that, he jumps that route. See how he jumps that route? And because I did it before, the guy got bumped and didn't have the ability to do exactly what I want. So I like sometimes I make a mistake, but at least I'll show you why. Okay, now that he settles, let everybody settle where they are. Do the thing there. Let him jump his route and throw that ball. Okay, so that's how that play works. Now let's go ahead and look at the PA boot. On the PA boot, we've showed this a couple different ways already on part 1 and part 2. We're going to go to the same exact guy. We're just going to go ahead and just change it up to where we're just putting different guys in the same routes. But it's this guy that moves now, puts him on a streak, put the RB on an in, and that's going to clear out that X receiver. Do that same thing here. Wait until he crosses, throw it flat, and you got your catch. Okay, so you got the ability to do the cross from right to left on the comebacks, and then the left to right on the boot. So that's nice to go back and forth. Next play we're going to look at is the doubles China. And on the doubles China, let's go ahead and show it to you first. Okay, here it is. We're going to go ahead and take advantage of that tight end's post route. And while we move him from right to left, okay, we're going to keep him on that post route. The only thing different we want to do now is we're going to put the B on a streak. We want to block our running back for extra protection, but you'll see that that A route gets open just past that guy over the top, over to the right. So that post route works real nice about getting past those guys. I'll show it to you one more time. Put the B on a streak, the Y on a block, and move the A over. And by doing so, that RB holds those guys just long enough to where you can throw that ball to that guy. So it's a nice opportunity to get your tight end involved. And then next play we're going to do is the PA cross up. We're going to do it the same way we were doing it before, where it's going to be kind of that makeshift screen to the running back after the play action. But we're just going to use the tight end as the decoy this time. I don't feel like it works as well with the tight end as it does with the slot receiver, but definitely can make it work, and definitely can, you know, throw it in as a wrinkle. So basically, I put the A on a flat and move him over. You want the play action to go all the way through, and then you want to get it to the Y receiver after he hikes it, do the shovel pass, and you kind of get up the field with it, right? So even if you got hit by that first guy, you're still looking at 5 to 7 yards here. So A on a flat, move this guy over. What he's just doing with the flat is he's just kicking that guy to go to that blue zone that he wants to go to already, to give that ability to do that, and now you're cutting it right up the field. All right, so that's an easy 4 or 5 yards a lot of the times, especially on some short yardage situation, or just to kind of throw them off guard. You know, once they think that it's there, throw that there, and now you're up the field. He's getting crushed here. All right, that's about your 5 yards. So the last play we're going to look at is the inside under. And the inside under is going to take advantage of that post corner route that we did earlier, but we're going to do it in a different position because we're moving the tight end over. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick here and see that before we're going to hit the tight end here when he makes his break to the outside because he was there. Now we're going to move him in, and we're going to use that same thing and move him there. So what we're going to do is put the Y on a streak, which is your running back. That's going to at least keep those guys moving backwards, and that's all you're going to do. And once the tight end makes the break inside, you're gonna split the two linebackers as they spread. Okay, so you go here, and you're right there. It's a quick throw. It's a a throw in which you don't expect this guy to make a quick inside release. Once he does it, and that's why it works. Even if there's a user, you don't expect that. All right, so throw it one more time, then we'll make this section of the video a wrap, and we'll go into one more part where it's going to be kind of more miscellaneous and more normal, where there's no motion or not. So here we go, and there's that throw. Okay, so it's kind of a quick hitter, kind of an annoying throw that people will do it. So appreciate it, guys. That's part 3. That was the A motion, the tight end from right to left.